Today's thought is, failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough. I repeat it again. Failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough. Good morning everyone. Welcome back. I hope all of you are fit and fine at home. This video is for the students of class 8, subject English, and in this video we shall cover one grammar topic. This is our chapter number 4 and the name of the chapter is Present and Past. This is my lecture number 1 of the same chapter. This chapter is taken from P.C. Wren's grammar book. Today in this video we shall cover present tense and its forms. Chapter number 3, that is verbs tenses. It is based on past tense, present tense and future tense. So first of all, we shall learn all these tenses in detail, then we will do chapter number 3. Before start reading the present tense in detail, let's see what is the meaning of tenses. Tenses are the forms of a verb that are used to show the time of the action expressed by the verb. I repeat it again. Tenses are the forms of a verb that are used to show the time of the action expressed by the verb. Tenses tell us whether an action takes place in the past, present or future. Or in simple way, we can say that a tense is a form taken by a verb to indicate the time of an action. Let's see some examples to clarify it. Number 1, he is using the computer now. Number 2, he used the computer yesterday. Number 3, he will use the computer tomorrow. The same verb use is used in all these sentences, but we find different forms of the verb in the sentences. The form of verb in the first sentence is using refers to the present time and shows that the action is continuing. The form of verb in the second sentence used refers to the past time and shows that the action is completed. The form of verb will use in the last sentence refers to the future time and shows that the action will complete. The tenses used in the given sentences are, in the first sentence, it is used present continuous tense. In the second sentence, simple past tense is used. And in the last sentence, simple future tense is used. Let's see how many kinds of tenses are there. Number 1, present tense. Number 2, past tense. Number 3, future tense. So, there are 3 kinds of tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. Present tense shows present time, past tense shows past time and future tense shows future time. These kinds are further divided into different forms. They are divided into 4 forms. So let's see the forms of present tense. Number 1, present simple tense or simple present tense, or we can say present indefinite tense. Number 2, present continuous tense. Number 3, present perfect tense. And last, number 4, that is present perfect continuous tense. Same like with past tense. So let's see the forms of past tense. Number 1, past simple tense or simple past tense, or we can say past indefinite tense. Number 2, past continuous tense. Number 3, past perfect tense. And last, number 4, that is past perfect continuous tense. Same like with future tense. So let's see the forms of future tense. Number 1, simple future tense, or we can say future indefinite tense. Number 2, future continuous tense. Number 3, future perfect tense. And last, number 4, that is future perfect continuous tense. So there are total 12 forms of tenses. Today in this video, we shall cover the uses and forms of present tense with examples. Before start reading the present tense in detail, let's see how many persons are there in English. There are 3 persons, first person, second person and third person. These persons are based on numbers, that is singular and plural. I is first person singular. You is second person singular. He, she or it are third person singular. We is first person plural. You is second person plural. They is third person plural. With these persons, we use different auxiliary verbs. With I, we use am and have. With we use are and have. With you, we use are and have. Remember one thing, you is always considered as plural form. With he, she or it, we use is or has. With they, we use are or have. Let's see what is the meaning and identification or structure of present simple tense. It indicates an action that is generally true or habitual. This tense is used to denote a habitual action, general truth, or a future event that is a part of a fixed timetable, for instance. Now let's see what is the identification of present simple tense. Subject plus first form of the verb plus s or es plus object. Subject means a noun or a pronoun who is doing an action. Verb, it is an action. Object means it is a kind of a receiver who is receiving an action done by the subject. So now let's see where to add s or es or where we will not add s or es. With pronouns you, they, we or I, or with persons you, they, we or I, we will not add s or es. To clarify this, let's see some examples. I go to school every day. They always watch TV. With third person singular, he, she, it, we will add s or es. To clarify this, let's see some examples. He goes to school every day. She usually visits her friend. There are certain rules to add s or es with the verbs. Let's see how. Number 1. Add s for most verbs with third person singular, that is he, she and it. For example, she works. Number 2. Add es for words that ends in ch, s, sh, x, o or z. For example, watch, watches. Pass, passes. Relax, relaxes. Rush, rushes. Number 3. If the verb ends in consonant y, change y to ies, means remove y and add ies. For example, study, studies. Number 2. If the verb ends in vowel y, do not change vowel the y. With this, you have to add s instead of ies. For example, play, plays. Number 5. With irregular forms or with irregular verbs, how we have to write down? For example, see, do, does, go, goes. Be, it will change into
is, am or are.
Have will change into has. Let's see the structure of simple present tense. When we will use it in positive, negative or interrogative sentences. In positive sentence, the structure will be subject plus first form of the verb plus s or es plus object. For example, she goes to school. In negative sentence, the structure will be subject plus do not or does not plus first form of the verb plus object. For example, she does not go to school. Remember one thing, where to use do or does. Does is used with third person singular, that is he, she, it, and do is used with I, we, they or you. Remember one thing, you is considered always plural. In the interrogative sentence, the structure will be do or does plus subject plus first form of the verb plus object. For example, does she go to school? One thing more, you have to keep it in your mind. In the simple present tense, when we make negative and interrogative sentence, we use do or does as a helping verb or main verb. Now let's see the uses of simple present tense with examples. Number 1. It is used for habits or repeated action. For example, he drinks milk every morning. Number 2. To express
General.
truth means that thing always happens. For example, the sun rises in the east. Number 3. To express things that stay the same for a long time means permanent situations. For example, he works in a bank. Number 4. To tell a story in a dramatic way. For example, suddenly the window opens and masked man enters. Number 5. To describe actions as they happen. For example, the train leaves at 6:45 am. Number 6. It is used to express future actions. For example, the Olympiad Games open tomorrow. So, these were the uses of simple present tense. Let's see the meaning and identification or structure of present continuous tense. It indicates an action that is taking place at the moment of speaking. Or we can say the present continuous tense expresses actions that are happening now or that are in progress. Let's see the structure or identification of present continuous tense. Subject plus is, am, are plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. So now here am is always used with I, is used with singular and are is used with plural. Let's see the structure of present continuous tense when we will use it in positive, negative and interrogative sentences. In the positive sentence, the structure will be subject plus is mr plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. For example, she is reading. In the negative sentence, the structure will be subject plus is mr plus not plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. For example, she is not reading. In the interrogative sentence, the structure will be is mr plus subject plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. For example, is she reading? Let's see the uses of present continuous tense with examples. Number 1. Actions that are happening now. For example, she is cooking in the kitchen. Number 2. Actions that are temporary. For example, they are staying in London for a few days. Number 3. To describe an event planned in future in informal way. For example, I am taking my French classes on Tuesday. Number 4. An action that is taking place now but not at the moment of speech. For example, John is working in London. Number 5. To describe changing situation. For example, her health is improving by leaps and bounds. So these were the uses of present continuous tense. Note that certain verbs on account of their meaning are not normally used in continuous tense. They include love, trust, hope, own, like, know, refuse, belong, dislike, want, see, contain, hate, need, hear, consist, think, agree, appear, be, believe, forget, seem, have, suppose, understand, remember, and possess. To clarify this rule, let's see some examples. Number 1. I am agreeing with you. Number 2. I agree with you. If we are saying this, I am agreeing with you, according to the rule. What is the rule? That on account of their meaning, means on the account, means certain verbs are there on account of their meaning, they are not normally used in continuous tense. Then the first statement will be considered as a false statement. And if we are saying I agree with you, then this statement will be considered as a correct statement, right statement. If you are saying this, I am loving my friend, then the statement will be wrong. What you have to say? I love my friend. This will be the correct statement. Let's see the meaning and identification or structure of present perfect tense. It indicates an action that has been completed sometime before the present moment with a result that affects the present situation. Now let's see what is the identification or structure of present perfect tense. Subject plus has or have plus third form of the verb plus object. In this tense we use third form of the verb instead of first or second form. Here has it is used with third person singular or with proper noun or nouns, that is he, she, it, and have it is used with I, you, we or they. Let's see the structure of present perfect tense when we will use this tense in positive, negative and interrogative sentences. In positive sentence, the structure will be subject plus has or have plus third form of the verb plus object. For example, he has done his homework. In negative sentence, the structure will be subject plus has or have plus not plus third form of the verb plus object. For example, he has not done his homework. In interrogative sentence, the structure will be has or have plus subject plus third form of the verb plus object. For example, has he done his homework? Let's see the uses of present perfect tense with examples. Number 1. It is used to express past actions when we think of their effect in the present. For example, I have cleaned the motorbike. Number 2. Actions that happened only a short time ago. It is used with just. Or we can say to indicate completed activities in the immediate past. For example, he has just gone out. Number 3. Indefinite actions that happened in a period leading up to the present time. Or the following adverbs or adverb phrases can be also used with present perfect tense. They are already, ever, never, yet, twice, thrice, etc. Or we can say that to describe past events when we think more of their effect in the present than of the action itself. For example, I have already finished my homework, means now I am free. Have you ever seen the Taj Mahal? Number 4, to express situations that started in past and are still true. It is used with since or for phrases. Or we can say to denote an action beginning at some time in the past and continuing up to the present moment. For example, I have known him since 1996. So these were the uses of present perfect tense. Let's see the meaning of present perfect continuous tense and its identification or structure. It indicates an action that started in the past and is continuing at the present time. Now let's see the identification or structure of the present continuous tense. Subject plus has or have plus been plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. Let's see the structure of present continuous tense when we will use it in positive, negative and interrogative sentences. In the positive sentence, the structure will be subject plus has or have plus been plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. For example, he has been sleeping for 5 hours, means he is still sleeping. In the negative sentence, the structure will be subject plus has or have plus not plus been plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. For example, he has not been sleeping for 5 hours. In the interrogative sentence, the structure will be has or have plus subject plus been plus first form of the verb plus ing plus object. For example, has he been sleeping for 5 hours? Let's see the uses of present perfect continuous tense with examples. Number 1. It is used for an action which started at some time in past and is still continuing. It is used with time expression how long since and for etc. For example, they have been repairing the bridge for 4 hours. Number 2. It is used for an action already finished. The results of the action happen in the present. For example, I am tired because I have been playing tennis. Number 3. It is used for shorter, more temporary situations. For example, have they been learning English this week? So these were the uses of present perfect continuous tense. Let's see what is the difference between for and since when they are used in present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense. For is used to define a period of time. Since is used to define a particular point of time. To clarify this, let's see some examples. When for or since they are used in present perfect tense. We have lived here for 21 years. We have lived here since 1999. When for or since they are used in present perfect continuous tense. I have been walking for 5 hours. I have been walking since 10 p.m. So these were the examples to clarify how to use for or since in present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense. Children, you have to complete your homework on the basis of the topic explained by me. And your homework is revise present tense from the book or video and based on the understanding of the topic, do exercises mentioned as page number 28, exercise number 1, page number 30, exercise number 3. Students, since you are not having your PC Wren's grammar book with you, so here in this video, I have mentioned your homework in detail. Exercise number 1. Fill in the blanks with the correct forms of verbs given in the brackets. Use the simple present or present continuous tense. Number 1. The moon dash round the earth. Number 2. Look, the bus dash. Number 3. My uncle dash a car. Number 4. Water dash at 100 degrees Celsius. Number 5. That house dash to Mr. Raman. Number 6. The water dash. Turn the gas off. Number 7. I dash to the temple every day. Number 8. Listen. Somebody dash at the door. Number 9. The boy dash chocolates. Number 10th, where are the children? They dash in the garden. Exercise number 3. Fill in the blanks with the present perfect form of verbs given in the box. Close, pay, repair, trad, know, visit. Number 1. Suresh dashed the TV. Number 2. I dash her for a long time. Number 3. It is cool, so I dash the window. Number 4. I dash Qutub Minar several times. Number 5. We dash the electricity bill already. Number 6. Ouch! You dash on my foot. So these were the exercises which you have to do in your book, or if you are not having a book, then you have to do in rough notebook or on an A4 size sheet by following the correct format. Thank you and have a nice day.